Welcome back to the channel, everyone. CryptoTakeOver here, coming back with another Bitcoin cryptocurrency video for you. We've been gone for the past couple of days, but Bitcoin is currently taking off as of right now, and we're kind of seeing quite a bit of a price rally. We've broken through some resistance levels. We'll take a look at the charts here in a second. Bitcoin right now sitting at $50,000. So the price action the past couple of days have been pretty boring for the most part, but now we're starting to see some price action finally start to get some moving going. We do know that the stimulus checks, the new stimulus bill has been passed, and why everyone should own some cryptocurrency. Maybe that's some of y'all's plan, is to use that stimulus bill or that stimulus check to purchase cryptocurrency too as well. We'll take a look at this from US News, and then also we have an altcoin gem article for you. Crypto coin outperforming Bitcoin is about to see a supply reduction. So obviously, if you're a user of the crypto.com app or a CRO token holder, you'll know the relevance of this and what is soon to come for that too as well. So let's go ahead and jump on over into our first article and cue that intro and get started. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so that way y'all can be updated every single video. Share this video with your friends and family so that way they can be notified about cryptocurrency and how we're doing, here in this 2021 bull run too as well. So let's take a look at our first article here. We have why you should own cryptocurrency. Obviously, we do know that stimulus is being passed right now. Not so long ago, cryptocurrency was considered a mainstream financial media to be nothing more than speculative fad. The era is over. The 2020s will be the first full decade of cryptocurrency as a legitimate asset class, and investors who don't accept the reality and adjust their portfolios appropriately are missing out. Here's why: mainstream adoption, minimizing trust in governments and institutions. Cryptocurrency is a hedge, deterministic asset. Yeah, so definitely some key points right there as to why maybe you might want to consider owning cryptocurrency if this is your first time here, or if you're just still curious about the space too as well. Mainstream adoption, although some might consider the first point to be the weakest, investors who believe in the power of long trends should pay close attention to the gradual mainstreaming of some of the blue chip cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and BTC and Ethereum's cryptocurrency known as Ether or ETH. Specifically, some of the biggest and most innovative companies in the world are buying crypto in the bulk in February. Tesla, S&P 500 member, okay, most valuable publicly trusted company, bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin. Digital assets Square has also been an investor in Bitcoin, buying 170 million worth of digital currency in late February. Further, the leading cryptocurrency exchange Coinbase is about to go public at a valuation of around $100 billion, in the world's largest derivatives exchange. CME Group began offering Bitcoin futures in late 2017. Just last month, it began offering Ether futures. Ether is the second largest cryptocurrency by market capitalization next to Bitcoin. That's just a drop in the bucket compared to the total addressable markets of money that can still be realistically be converted to cryptocurrencies. If Apple, for instance, converts just 10% of their cash into Bitcoin, the company would end up buying $19.6 billion worth of Bitcoin, more than 10 times Tesla's Mark 1.5 billion purchase. Then you've got trillions more in corporate cash sitting on the sidelines, not just the US, but across the world, minimizing trust in governments and institutions, and obviously the hedge, right? So, we've started to see exactly where, this is being headed towards, is that with mainstream adoption, obviously, if they're going to continue to print money, what are we going to do? We're going to hyperinflate these markets and hyperinflate the dollar, and then that'll eventually lead to a collapse in the dollar, folks. And I feel like that collapse is pretty much inevitable as of right now. And so what is going to be your hedge? How are you going to hedge? What's your choice? Is that going to be gold and silver? Is that going to be cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, maybe some of these alts too as well, as the hedge? So let's jump over on into our next article here and get started over there. And the crypto coin outperforming Bitcoin is about to see a supply reduction. Ethereum blockchain developers approved one of the biggest changes to the network since the inception of 2015. A shift that could spur even bigger gains in the price. Oh, is this about crypto coin outperforming? Oh, okay, this is actually about Ethereum. I thought this was about the CRO token, but is this the, this is about Ether. Okay, so yeah, Ether is about to see a supply reduction. I think also, even to jump off, onto the other side where we're talking about the CRO token, but they're also about to, I believe, have a some type of supply reduction too as well. So if y'all are interested in that, be sure to keep an eye out on the CRO token. But Ether, let's take a look at Ether. This article is about Ethereum. In 2015, could even bigger gains the price of a native currency Ether. The move will reduce the amount of outstanding Ether by destroying some of the tokens every time it's used to fuel transactions on the world's most used blockchain, known as the EIP 1559. The change solves a current problem. Ethereum users can only estimate how much Ether will be needed for transactions to be processed, a guessing game that has spawned sites such as ETH gas station to help people know how much to pay. EIP 1559, which will become part of an upgrade in July or August, will embed a average price into the network itself, making the guessing game obsolete. So yeah, we're definitely paying a lot of high transaction fees if you're messing around with Ether. And as of right now, for me, I think it's a little too much of a price for transactions. But if you have the money, then by all means, feel free to mess around with Ether. But I think it's kind of gotten way too high. So actually, I think that this is definitely going to save Ethereum to be able to make these lower cost transactions. And with this upgrade here, the reduction of supply of Ether will likely lead to rising prices as demand for coins increase, said Eric Turner, director in research of Messari, a cryptocurrency analytics firm. This is probably one of the biggest milestones we've seen recently. He said until EIP 1559 goes into effect after being approved Friday, the supply of Ether will theoretically infinite, leading to a criticism that is underlying monetary policy was weak and inflationary. Now they're actually controlling inflation on Ethereum, and in some cases you're looking at negative inflation, so definitely important, Turner says. Ether has been already incredible price gains in the past 12 months, along with Bitcoin and other digital assets. Ether has risen about 560% in the past year, while Bitcoin is up about 430%, according to the data compiled by Bloomberg. Unlike Ether, Bitcoin has had since its start in 2009, a fixed supply of 21 million coins. Talking about, Bitcoin, critics say Ethereum shouldn't be viewed as a similar digital currency as Bitcoin. A senior product manager of Consensus, who's leading the protocol team implementing 1559, compared to current fee environment in Ethereum to gas station, where each of the 4 pumps has a price difference. Going forward, we'll gauge demand for the network, and we put an average price as part of the network itself. He said the new upgrade fixes a bug in the economics of Ethereum we've known about from the start. The proposal also will change the strange futures in Ethereum that no one really saw coming. Users can now pay an Ethereum miner to process their transactions with a credit card or another cryptocurrency, undermining Ether's role in its own blockchain. The upgrade makes Ether the only way to pay for transactions on the network. It cements Ether's role in the economic system, or in the ecosystem, he said. So yeah, I feel like they should have thought about this a long time ago, honestly. But at least they're getting around to it finally, and that's the best part about it, is that, like, okay, we're gonna see this upgrade, we're gonna see supply reduction when it comes to Ethereum. So make sure you have your Ethereum bags ready to set and go, because once this supply reduction probably takes place, we're probably gonna see a nice move in Ethereum too as well. So folks, let's go ahead and jump on over into the charts. We're sitting at about 8 minutes right now, and let's take a look at what's going on over in the Bitcoin charts. All right, folks, so we're taking a look at the weekly here. Let's kind of make our way down. Let's go on into the daily chart, see what's happening here. Daily chart, we do have a green dot. As you can see here, we were kind of getting kind of a form of a resistance line above us. Currently, right now, Bitcoin's sitting at about $50,000, so that's relatively good. We are starting to make our way up. We have our first daily green candle, and our Heikin-Ashi candles here starting to turn green. We can see our 2-year moving average that was resistance for us has continued to still move higher. So more than likely, we're going to end up coming back up to retest that area. Money flow here on the daily time frame still looks relatively good. You can see we're still kind of holding support. What we were kind of taking a look at, folks, was these mid time frames. I know I've been gone for the past couple of days, but you can see here our 6-hour chart was giving us a little bit of a resistance line here, and we went ahead and drew that chart out, or we went ahead and drew that line out for our members too as well, the past couple of days. And I do want to tell you what we saw coming here. Let's see, we're another level. Let me zoom out here. Okay. Let's see, here's another level of major resistance for BTC, possibly head and shoulders that wants to play out as well. Not head and shoulders, I meant to say inverse, so down here then I put inverse head and shoulders, so hopefully they got the idea. Obviously I hadn't really been that bearish, to be honest. I know a lot of people, other people were bearish for the most part, but I really was kind of more bullish on for the short term too as well. I just thought that we were in a little bit of consolidation down here. Remember to look for confluences on all time frames, and so yeah, that's what I told our group a couple of days yesterday, but we were going to get ready to retest this trend line, and lo and behold, we came back up to retest it, and it looks like we are going to end up breaking through it. This is our 6-hour time frame. Money flow starting to move a little bit higher here on our 6-hour chart too as well, and so now we'll just have to wait to see what our lower time frames are going to be doing. Let's take a look at our 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart money flow was also kind of moving into our red money flow here, but now we're starting to move back up into that greenish area, so that's looking like it's ready to start recovering. Taking a look at the 2-hour chart, some nice choppiness movements actioning here, but you know, I would definitely probably still consider that we're going to be moving out to the side for a little bit longer. I do think that Bitcoin's just kind of gearing up as of right now to probably continue to rally up higher. So that's what we're looking at, is more or less that a lot of our lower time frames have still quite of some Christmas tree patterns happening, but we're going to zoom out here, and as we can see, we're also seeing market God give us our buy signals on these mid time frames to our higher time frames too as well. And so we've still been quite a bit bullish on these higher time frames for the most part. We're now just waiting for our lower time frames to pretty much line up with everything that's going on the higher time frames, and then that's where we look for our confluence. That's when we decide to say, hey, this is enough of a signals and confluence to say that it looks like we're going to be heading a little bit higher too as well. And let's take a look at the total coin market cap of altcoins, just to see what's going on with some of our alts, see when we might be expecting a price rally. So let's take a look at the total coin market cap too here. You can see that we had a trend line drawn out here on our lower time frame. This is our 2-hour time frame. It looks like we have broken above one of our major resistance lines here too as well. I do want to turn off the 2-year moving average because that doesn't represent the total coin market cap, at least for altcoins too well too as well. Oh folks, don't forget, if you want to join us on our private trading group page, you can join us over there. We pretty much keep everyone up to date every single day. We post everything inside of our Discord server as well, so if you want to pay with crypto, you can message me on Discord and I'll happily take care of you there. But more or less, if you want to join us over there to stay updated 24/7, also learn about some of the alts that we're trading in and out of too as well. We have a list of about 25 different altcoins that we are dollar cost averaging into and also trading on the side too as well. So join us over there. And folks, don't forget that we use the market cipher indicator by CryptoFace. If you're interested in picking that up, we have links in the description box below too as well. So shout out to CryptoFace and everything that he does for the community. So let's take a look here, kind of zooming out just a tad bit here. Zooming out. Let's see what's going on. It does look like we are putting in some type of another resistance above head here too as well. We'll have to wait to see if this is going to break. More than likely, it looks like we've already kind of broken through that. I believe on our 2-hour, we were seeing that overhead resistance line here, and it looks like we've broken out above it. So now we may come back down to retest it before the alts continue to rally. But let's take a look at the higher time frames here. Higher time frames still kind of showing a little bit of rounding off money flow. You can see here on our 8-hour, we did kind of move into that red money flow, but then we are starting to recover as of right now. Let's take a look at the daily here, see what's going on. Oh yeah, the daily, this was looking good, folks. I remember we called this out a while back, but we saw this bullish divergence here on market cipher B, and then we also saw our tight green dot here, and you can see that it looked like we were going to get a red dot. It looked like we had a red Heikin-Ashi candle here, but now we just are continuing back to the upside once again. So man, this is looking really good for the alts here on the daily. Momentum wave is still nicely headed to the upside here on our daily chart. So I think that the alts still got a lot of room to run here. 2-day green dot here as well too on market cipher B. So I think the alts still got definitely some room to run. I do think that Bitcoin will still kind of move sideways as of right now, but eventually it's springing up. Bitcoin is definitely springing up for a big move. And so you can see here that we've kind of, oh, I don't know why that's bouncing around like that. But you can see here on our daily time frame that we do have a green dot here, and we on, especially on our daily time frame, and then also our 12-hour. We've been kind of making these Christmas tree patterns here on our zero pivot point, and that just means that we're springing up for a big direction in one move or the other. You can tell that we are ready to break above this resistance line up here as well. And once we do that, I would definitely think that Bitcoin's probably going to be ready to move. And so I would imagine that a lot of the market is going to move together this week. So get ready for that. I definitely am gearing up for a bullish week. Obviously, with the stimulus bill being passed, that's another bullish reason for Bitcoin to kind of take off later this week too as well. So keep an eye out for that, folks. Like I said, if y'all want to join us in our private trading group page, you can join through Patreon and pay with a debit or credit card. Or if you want to pay with crypto, message me on Discord and I'll happily take care of you. But everything that we post is inside of our private categories on our Discord server. And yeah, message me if y'all have any questions. With that being said, folks, we're sitting about 15 minutes right now. So I'll see y'all in the next one. CTO signing out. Peace.